So in this hike, I got off a train in Sandpoint, Idaho, and walked the tracks back for quite a while. Found this hiking trail. I think it's called the Mickinnick hiking trail. It touches the edge of the Cabinet Mountains. Pretty wild mountain chain. Of course, I didn't get too wild up there. I just hiked a while and then spent the night at the bottom and kept moving on. So, little footage from Idaho. Over and out.
Top of the Mickinnick hiking trail. Switched the camera around, trying this new phone out, hoping it might capture the picture a little bit better up here. It's definitely quite a view. A lot of rocky outcrops like this. Some nice areas with some cool breezes blowing through, but overall it's pretty hot today. That's the town of Sandpoint, Idaho. They call it there. I think it's real hard to see, but let's see if we can zoom in with this thing. I don't really know. I guess not. But there's actually a little sand point out there. It's a nice beach. I spent the night along the railroad tracks way down there where it crosses the lake. Hung my hammock right over the lake. Quite refreshing. Nice scene to wake up to with the sun coming up over those mountains. Lots of good flowers on this trail. Not terribly rough, but some parts made it pretty rough. Definitely the first part. I'm a guy from the Midwest, so what's rough to me might not be rough to many from around here. Running a ULA Epic backpack, something a little different people have been asking me about. It's basically the frame suspension to a backpack and the dry bag or whatever you want to use for a rucksack. Straps in there. It's hard to see because everything's black. It's overall pretty good. I think it was about $225 for the setup, and then the dry bag was another, whatever you want to spend on a dry bag, I think $50 or so. It's definitely a rough trail. For somebody that doesn't know to hike, I guess maybe for somebody else it wouldn't be that rough if they've climbed Mount Everest every other day or something. Just taking a little break here, but quite the view from this Mickinnick hiking trail up here. Sandpoint, Idaho. I did decide to keep hiking up to try to get to the top of this Mickinnick thing. There's a bunch of animals scat in a cave up here too. Little cave. We'll see what's hiding. Not too many troubles with the animals. A couple pheasants flew out and scared the crap out of me, like a foot in front of my face. Other than that, just chipmunks, bees, butterflies, whatever. Those who could live in there. But definitely pretty steep. Getting up here to the top of this whole thing. Try and pick up the pace. You can see the flowers have been great. Just great flowers here. I really like flowers. I like the close-ups with the butterfly or the bee on them. And whatever. Certainly a little more to be seen, especially this direction. Oh, it just keeps going up, doesn't it? I could hike up that too. Man, you know what, guys? Said I was going to get to the top of this thing. I thought I was at the top. I just might hike up that too. But impressive views, like this is what the whole thing's been. Walking through here, and It's easy to walk off the trail. This isn't like the Tioga or anything here. It's all pretty spread out. But everywhere you go, you get these views. I guess that's to be expected. That's why people bother to come up here, and just for the exercise. Anyway, maybe I'll head to the top some more. Over and out. So I did make it to the top here at Mickinnick. I had to scramble up something like, kind of like that, only like 10 times longer, and found out that I'm not at the top. It keeps going, and it didn't really say that it was actually a peak. I checked the topographical map, and this kind of continues to another really high peak that's like 6,700 feet. So I don't know how high I've actually gotten up on this thing, but I know where I'm stopping, and that's up here. Actually, the best part of the trip, I think, has been this cedar grove way at the bottom. The wind was just blowing right through there, nice and cool. I might just pitch my hammock down there in that grove and enjoy it. Or I might pitch my hammock up here. I like to pitch my hammock. Definitely recommend a hammock. Mine was like 30 bucks. They got ones that are like 200 with all kinds of crap on them, or bug screens and foot boxes, but quite nice to hang in a hammock in the breeze after you've been hiking. And I think that might be what I do. Down there, and you can see the mountains, maybe if they come in. That one way down, there's one way down there, it's got some snow and stuff on there. I think they said it's like 6,800 feet. They said we're at like 4,400, something like that. Alright. Fun. Well, attempting to hike my way down finally. Quite treacherous up here, and just to give you an idea, I mean, this rock face here, there's a little tiny goat trail to the right of that you can kind of hike up, but with a big backpack, that was the best way, up and down. Amazing how your balance can change and everything with that backpack. And I almost got a little turned around when I got down here, but I remembered this big rock just oddly looking out of place sitting up here. A lot more noticeable from over there. So, keep on heading her down. Just noticed that as we come down, the view is starting to clear up. Like the sky is or something. And I'd retake these shots from the actual lookout that they figured worked. It's basically what you see from most of this trail. It's definitely got some good scenery. It's been so hazy today, though, it's been hard to make out the mountain peaks, but they go back quite a ways. Here we go. I believe that's Lake Pandorial, or however you say it. They say things weird. Back in the East we call things Wilson Lake or Burt Lake, not Coeur d'Alene or Pandorial. I like Sandpoint, though, down here below us. It's got a good name to it. Brooks here. I finally made it to the bottom of this trail. Can you imagine walking through that? It's just like what the first people that walked around this place might have had to go through to settle it or something. Nasty. Now I gotta go around the bend and get that extra stuff that I had to hide. So I'm gonna have to crawl in there later. Morning, Brooks coming at you from the trailhead of the Mount Mickinnick hiking trail, Trailhead 13, Sandpoint, Idaho. Just sitting here. I spent the night in my hammock. Wasn't too bad. I got a sleeping pad, about a 40-degree sleeping bag, little insert for when it's not that hot, little cloth sleeping bag liner. Definitely have the rain fly and the bug net if I need it. Stakes. The bug net, I don't know. I haven't really needed that. A lot of people don't use it. Got way too much stuff to take up on this hike. I've been doing a walkabout of the western United States here, and just have to unload some gear and stash it somewhere in the woods. You can see I got an extra cell phone. I just got this cell phone I'm trying this video recorder on and stuff. So I got my old one with all the crap in it that I use, contacts and whatnot. I'm gonna have to mail that back. I'm definitely gonna use my water kit with my hydration bladder. Haven't yet. Tons of t-shirts, long underwear, socks, beach towel. Way too many clothes. Rain gear, I'll probably take it. It's not gonna rain, but whatever. Will if I don't. First aid, definitely got a good kit of first aid. Some toiletries, toothbrush, toothpaste, toilet paper, whatnot. Dirty laundry. Definitely got to stash a lot of this. Cell phone, big old cell phone portable battery charger laying here. A lot of it's come in handy, but it's been real heavy. So the hike, I don't know if this is coming in. It starts here and kind of starts going up this hill. It goes up, I guess, a few thousand feet above sea level. So I got enough. I'm taking enough with me to stay the night up there. I just might enjoy it. It has some real nice, spectacular views, they say, of the lake. I believe it's Lake Pend Oriole, a very large freshwater lake in northern Idaho, in the United States here. With that, hopefully I'll bring in some of those views and see you soon.
Oh yeah, in from the recliner. This pretty much concludes the hike. I'd just say, like, it's real tempting to keep walking, and out west there, it's like easy to walk off the trail, so you have to remember big rocks or different markers so you can find your way back. And then I guess I'll just leave you with one of my famous rants. I went over to, took the train to nearby Spokane, Washington next, and I'll leave you with a little camping, hiking, hammocking rant. So over and out from the recliner here.
Hammock here in the head of a willow tree, just situated on the Spokane River, real cool. See the rapids kind of going through. It's kind of quite a turbulent river. Doesn't show much from here, but almost too much of a current to swim very much, though. I might test that out later. I just think it's kind of ridiculous that people have to hide like this just to relax. And all these rules. Basically, you can't sleep under the stars unless you're renting a house or have a hotel or whatever. Or you're just such a nasty looking bum they don't want to even touch you. It's pretty much illegal to do anything in any of these towns. I mean, everywhere you go. I mean, you go way, way out there in the middle of the woods, but I don't know, and there's no people, and you got to have food and everything like that. It's just, I'm not quite there yet. I'm not that kind of a guy to completely disappear, but I don't know. It's a great spot. I just wish that, I guess if they made it legal for everybody to camp, then everybody would. There'd be toilet paper and bums all over and stuff like that. But anyway, over and out.